1번. 다음 글의 빈칸에 들어갈 말로 가장 적절한 것은?
When a child is upset, the easiest and quickest way to calm them down is to give them food. This acts as a distraction from the feelings they are having, gives them something to do with their hands and mouth, and shifts their attention from whatever was upsetting them. If the food chosen is also seen as a treat such as sweets or a biscuit, then the child will feel treated and happier. In the shorter term, using food like this is effective, but in the longer term it can be harmful, as we quickly learn that food is a good way to. Then as we go through life, whenever we feel annoyed, anxious or even just bored, we turn to food to make ourselves feel better. 1. Make friends. 2. Learn etiquettes. 3. Improve memory. 4. Manage emotions. 5. Celebrate achievements.
2번. 다음 글의 빈칸에 들어갈 말로 가장 적절한 것은?
Although many small businesses have excellent websites, they typically can't afford aggressive online campaigns. One way to get the word out is through an advertising exchange, in which advertisers place banners on each other's websites for free. For example, a company selling beauty products could place its banner on a site that sells women's shoes, and in turn, the shoe company could put a banner on the beauty product site. Neither company charges the other, they simply exchange ad space. Advertising exchanges are gaining in popularity, especially among marketers who do not have much money and who don't have a large sales team. Advertisers find new outlets that reach their target audiences that they would not otherwise be able to afford. 1. Trading space. 2. Getting funded. 3. Sharing reviews. 4. Renting factory facilities. 5. Increasing TV commercials.
3번. 다음 글의 빈칸에 들어갈 말로 가장 적절한 것은?
Provides a change to the environment for journalists. Newspaper stories, television reports, and even early online reporting, prior to communication technology, such as tablets and smartphones, required one central place, to which a reporter would submit his or her news story for printing, broadcast, or posting. Now, though, a reporter can shoot video, record audio, and type directly on their smartphones or tablets and post a news story instantly. Journalists do not need to report to a central location, where they all contact sources, type, or edit video. A story can be instantaneously written, shot, and made available to the entire world. The news cycle, and thus the job of the journalist, never takes a break. Thus the 24-hour news cycle that emerged from the rise of cable TV is now a thing of the past. The news cycle is really a constant. 1. Mobility. 2. Sensitivity. 3. Creativity. 4. Accuracy. 5. Responsibility.
4번. 다음 글의 빈칸에 들어갈 말로 가장 적절한 것은?
Motivation may come from several sources. It may be the respect I give every student, the daily greeting I give at my classroom door, the undivided attention when I listen to a student, a pat on the shoulder whether the job was done well or not, an accepting smile, or simply I love you when it is most needed. It may simply be asking how things are at home. For one student considering dropping out of school, it was a note from me after one of his frequent absences, saying that he made my day when I saw him in school. He came to me with the note with tears in his eyes and thanked me. He will graduate this year. Whatever technique is used, the students must know that you. But the concern must be genuine, the students can't be fooled. 1. Care about them. 2. Keep your words. 3. Differ from them. 4. Evaluate their performance. 5. Communicate with their parents.
5번. 다음 글의 빈칸에 들어갈 말로 가장 적절한 것은?
We don't send telegraphs to communicate anymore. But it's a great metaphor for giving advance notice. Sometimes you must inform those close to you of upcoming change by conveying important information well in advance. There's a huge difference between saying, from now on, we will do things differently, which doesn't give people enough time to understand and accept the change, and saying something like, starting next month, we're going to approach things differently. Telegraphing empowers people to. Telegraphing involves the art of seeing an upcoming event or circumstance and giving others enough time to process and accept the change. Telegraph anything that will take people out of what is familiar and comfortable to them. This will allow processing time for them to accept the circumstances and make the most of what's happening. 1. Unite. 2. adapt. 3. Object. 4. Compete. 5. Recover.
6번. 다음 글의 빈칸에 들어갈 말로 가장 적절한 것은?
Sometimes it is that gives a business a competitive advantage. Until recently, bicycles had to have many gears, often 15 or 20, for them to be considered high-end. But fixed-gear bikes with minimal features have become more popular, as those who buy them are happy to pay more for much less. The overall profitability of these bikes is much higher than the more complex ones, because they do a single thing really well without the cost of added complexity. Companies should be careful of getting into a war over adding more features with their competitors, as this will increase cost, and almost certainly reduce profitability because of competitive pressure on price. 1. Simpler product. 2. Affordable price. 3. Consumer loyalty. 4. Customized design. 5. Eco-friendly technology.
7번. 다음 빈칸에 들어갈 말로 가장 적절한 것은? 3점.
The law of demand is that the demand for goods and services increases as prices fall, and the demand falls as prices increase. Giffen goods are special types of products, for which the traditional law of demand does not apply. Instead of switching to cheaper replacements, consumers demand more of Giffen goods when the price increases and less of them when the price decreases. Taking an example, rice in China is a Giffen good, because people tend to purchase less of it when the price falls. The reason for this is, when the price of rice falls, people have more money to spend on other types of products such as meat and dairy, and, therefore, change their spending pattern. On the other hand, as rice prices increase, people 1. Order more meat. 2. Consume more rice. 3. Try to get new jobs. 4. Increase their savings. 5. Start to invest overseas.
8번. 다음 글의 빈칸에 들어갈 말로 가장 적절한 것은?
One of the most important aspects of providing good care is making sure that an animal's needs are being met consistently and predictably. Like humans, animals need a sense of control. So an animal who may get enough food, but doesn't know when the food will appear and can see no consistent schedule may experience distress. We can provide a sense of control by ensuring that our animal's environment is there is always water available and always in the same place. There is always food when we get up in the morning and after our evening walk. There will always be a time and place to eliminate, without having to hold things in to the point of discomfort. Human companions can display consistent emotional support, rather than providing love one moment and withholding love the next. When animals know what to expect, they can feel more confident and calm. 1. Silent. 2. Natural. 3. Isolated. 4. Dynamic. 5. Predictable.
9번. 다음 글의 빈칸에 들어갈 말로 가장 적절한 것은?
Consider your typical day. You wake up in the morning and pour yourself juice from oranges grown in Florida and coffee from beans grown in Brazil. Over breakfast, you watch a news program broadcast from New York on your television made in Japan. You get dressed in clothes made of cotton grown in Georgia and sewn in factories in Thailand. Every day, you rely on many people, most of whom you do not know, to provide you with the goods and services that you enjoy. Such is possible because people trade with one another. Those people providing you goods and services are not acting out of generosity, nor is some government agency directing them to satisfy your desires. Instead, people provide you and other consumers with the goods and services they produce, because they get something in return. 1. Interdependence. 2. Competition. 3. Unfairness. 4. Regulation. 5. Charity.
10번. 다음 글의 빈칸에 들어갈 말로 가장 적절한 것은? 3점.
People are attracted to individuals and things they cannot readily obtain. In the case with things, people are more attracted to a desired object, because it is out of their reach. When the object of desire is finally gained, the attraction for the object rapidly decreases. Christmas presents provide a good example of this phenomenon. Toys children wanted all year long are thrown away several days after they are taken from gift boxes under the tree. The phenomenon also holds true for human interaction, particularly in the early stages of a developing relationship. The common dating rule has scientific merit. An individual should not always make himself or herself Readily available to the person they are targeting for a longer-term relationship. A certain level of will make you more of a mystery and a challenge. 1. Distrust. 2. Difference. 3. Intelligence. 4. Irresponsibility. 5. Unavailability.